Hi everybody, Chris here. Welcome to the 365 Days of Healing with My Health. Today's another exciting outdoor day with regards to herbs, which everyone can do at home. So herbs are extraordinarily easy to grow and fantastic obviously in enhancing your dishes when you're cooking at home. We're going to show you three types today. So the first ones, which we'll come to in a sec, will be your leaves. Then we'll show you some actual harder herbs like your thymes and your oreganos. And then we'll finish off with some hotter herbs, things like your chilies and habaneros, those types of scenarios. So let's begin. What we've got here, so somewhere in the house, whether you've got a balcony or even a small little planter box that you might be able to put on the windowsill, somewhere where it gets a nice little bit of sunlight, we can grow just about anything. What we've got here today is some smaller little planter boxes, and these are about 1 metre in length, and I've got 3 of them, and we have rocket, some lettuce and spinach, and these have only recently been planted. I've planted all of these from seed. You can, as I've explained in previous videos, you can buy these obviously in a slightly more grown arrangement. They're about that high, which you can get from your various organic producers. That what I like to go for is, with these particular varieties, they're called perennials. So what that means is that you will get more than one grow out of them. A perennial is annual, so they should be able to grow pretty much all year round. They will eventually go to seed and you will have to replant, but when you're looking for herbs, perennials are great because you will get quite a few seasons out of them instead of having to actually keep planting every season. So this first one here, rocket, this was actually planted only around about 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, it's nice and healthy and it's coming through really, really well. So rocket is fantastic in salads. It's got that real peppery taste to it. Obviously accompanies anything to do where you're looking for a little bit of zest. So it's kind of got that aniseedy, strong type of flavor, much stronger than a lettuce. But rocket is a fantastic grower, easy to use in most dishes. The other one that we've got here, this one's actually only been planted, believe it or not, about a week ago, and we've already got some shoots coming through. So this is 2 types of lettuces that we have here. This is a green perennial lettuce, and obviously this one's got a little bit more of a darker color, so it's a mauve perennial. It actually is a little bit like a cos when it actually goes into full growth. So these leaves will grow up a lot thicker and curl over a little bit more. And yeah, obviously with these lettuces, very different to the pungent flavor of the rocket. The lettuce has a very neutral flavor, and you can use it in just about any salad that you can think of or accompanying dishes that you're making at home. This beauty, which is actually the one we've had in here the most, so this one's probably been in here about 5 weeks. This is spinach. You can get different types of spinach. This is actually an English variety, English spinach, which is a lot broader leaf and a really, really good strong grower. Obviously you can have Australian spinaches as well, which are fantastic. Spinach is a bit of an all-rounder. Can use it in salads, wraps, but you can also sweat it down and have it into hotter dishes as well. So it's a nice accompaniment with pastas or raviolis, gnocchis, those sorts of things. Absolutely fantastic grower spinach. As you can see, these are just in little planter boxes, so you don't need to have a massive big actual garden bed in order to grow your leaves. You only need a small area. And what we have inside here is organic soil, and with the organic soil on the top layer we have some mulch. This is a sugarcane mulch, and it actually, as I've explained in previous videos, the reason the mulch is there is to make sure we keep the moisture inside. They only need watering once a day. Just a nice drizzle over the top with a garden hose, or if you've got a little garden fountain that you have, sprinkle that over the top and let nature do the rest. The reason I have them up on my balcony instead of in my garden is mainly because of the birds. So if we've got them in the open area, obviously they'll come and peck them. If you've got them in a nice secure area up on your balcony, plenty of sunshine, keep them away from the birds, and within about 6 weeks, you'll have leaves. Let's go and see the other herbs. Come on. We've wandered off the balcony and we've come down to my little rockery here, which we've got our harder herbs down here. So if you've got a little outdoor area, that has not full sunshine, so they're not getting belted so they turn and frazzle. We've got a sort of a semi-shaded part. It gets sunshine during the day in the mornings for a couple of hours, and then the rest obviously is that filtered sun, and then it's in the shade. So it's getting 3 types of elements during the day, because herbs are such a good grower that they don't mind the filtered sun and the bit of dampness as well. So they're quite robust, and particularly these harder herbs, which we'll come to at the end. So just to show you, in this particular bed, we have a number of companions in here. So at the back, we've got our parsley, we've got some sage, over the back some rosemary in the middle, mint at the front, some various types of basil, and also our garlic chives. So we've got a number of herbs in there all together. It's okay. It's like having little friends to have to play with or to talk to. They're all good as companions. With herbs, of course, they're not like a large vegetable or bush or tree or anything like that, so they're not going to grow into each other and cause a lot of problems. Space them out nicely. In between each herb, I've probably got a gap of about 30 centimetres. And the real unique thing about herbs is that the more that you pick them, the better they'll start to grow. So that's an important tip, that it's okay to sort of pick them and cut them back, and then they'll re-flourish. With herbs, once you've actually either planted them from seed, they probably take, again, around about that 3 to 4 weeks before they start to pop up. And within that 6 to 8 week period, you'll have some really fresh, beautiful looking herbs. Parsley's a really great one. It's a real all-rounder. You can use it in just about any dish, from pastas to salads to garnish over the top. Sage is a real ripper. It's great with pumpkin, pumpkin gnocchi, those sorts of things. It's actually got a little bit of an aniseedy type colour, flavour to it. And then we move on to our mints. Our mints are really good in juices, freshening up a salad, a bit of an all-rounder as well, the mint. Behind the mints is good mate. That's a rosemary. Now rosemary is fantastic with those root vegetables, so you can put them on potatoes, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, give them some nice flavour. At the back we've got our basils, and we've got 2 types of basils in there. We've got a lemon basil and also got a purple basil, which we're actually just starting to grow. I haven't had that one before, so that's a nice new experiment. But our lemon basil, as the name suggests, has that lemony flavour to it. So great again in pastas, salads. Garlic chives, absolute ripper to cut up and put over the top of any sort of hot type of dish, whether it's a roast or a pasta or a stir fry. I mean, garlic chives is one that you can use in just about anything that you can think of, even salads. So there's quite a few sitting there that grow really, really well, easy to grow. Again, with watering, it's every day, just to sprinkle over the top. I've got the same arrangement here, nice organic soil with a beautiful mulch, keeps that moisture in. And I also do use an organic fertiliser over the top. And with herbs, probably do that about once every 3 months, just to keep that soil nice and rich. Obviously keeps the plants healthy as well. Bit of a no fuss herbs, so plant them, a little bit of water, a little bit of love, and they'll do the work. This little bed I've got right next to my friends over here is more of what I call like a harder type herb. So these are marjoram, pizza thyme, lemon thyme, oregano, and a spicy oregano. So there's 5 types of herbs in there with a very similar leaf structure. And these are the types of herbs also that you'll probably see on supermarket shelves where they come in a dried format. So they're very easy, like if they're quite good growers. So if he starts getting nice and bushy, like you can see this marjoram at the back starting to really take off, what I'll do in about a week or 2 is I'll cut these stems from the base, and I'll show you what one looks like. So you get quite a few leaves on there. And what we'll do is we'll peel them off and we'll put them in a dish plate or just in a little bowl and let them sit there for about a week or 2, and they'll actually dry. And then you can actually mix them. So you can put marjoram and thyme and oregano all in and have a mixed herb dried variety. Or obviously you can use them fresh. You just cut them up with your knife, sprinkle them over your dish, and they give it an amazing flavour. So these harder herbs, fantastic in roasts, on potatoes, pumpkins, all those sorts of things, and can really lift and accompany a dish. So if you've ever thought about growing herbs, they're very, very easy to do. And as I said, just don't put them in that direct sunlight. Make sure they get a nice bit of filtered sun. And seriously, water them, love them, and thoroughly enjoy them, because they will give your dish a massive lift, and you can tell everyone you're the best chef in town because of your herbs. Okay, last section of our quick 101 in herbs. We have a range of chilies that I've got here. Now, where I was standing before is directly in front are the chilies. So we've got a lot of shade over here and a lot of sun. So as you can see, I've potted my chilies and they're in absolute direct sunlight. So chilies do love lots of sun, morning, afternoon, and the other thing is they like lots of water as well. So these guys do need a little bit of looking after. Chilies are really, really easy to grow. Now, right at the moment, we're in the middle of winter. So they've obviously gone back to a little bit of a sleepy, dormant stage. And come spring, we're going to have a sea of yellow and red and orange of the chilies. Just to give you a bit of an idea of the chilies that I've been growing, this particular one here, as you can see, there's some new ones coming through. That's your bird's eye chili. You probably see that in the supermarkets or organic stores. Quite a spicy one, that one. He's only little, but my God, he's got some punch. So if you're going to get a bird's eye, just be careful what type of variety you get. This is a Thai one, so they're super hot. And as you can see, they change colour. So there was green through to this sort of orangey colour over here. And then eventually they'll go a bright red. When they go that bright red, we're ready for picking. Prolific grower. They won't grow much higher than this. This is about 1.5 meters in the pot. And it's okay to trim the branches back and keep it sort of in a structured position, because they're very, very robust. They will grow back very quickly. So that's bird's eye. The next one I've got down here, this little fellow, he might be little, but he packs a punch. This is a habanero, one of the hottest chilies on the planet. As you can see at the back here, I've got a brand new baby coming through. He's quite green at the moment. And he will actually turn, as this particular thing will show you, a bright orange. And they are super hot. The thing I would say to you, if you've got a good palate for chilies, they're probably the nicest tasting chili. It's probably one of my favourites. I quite like my hot and spicy chilies, but if you do like flavour, that's a good one to go for, but obviously take the seeds out, otherwise you will have a burnt esophagus. So be careful of the habanero. The next one I've got is two little ones in here having some fun times together. We have the jalapeno and also the Brazilian version of the jalapeno. Now, it's okay to plant chilies together. They have fun. It's like they like hanging out. They chat with each other, they party together, they make a salsa together when you're not looking. So just keep an eye on them. They're naughty chilies. But with our jalapenos, they're a much more milder one. You've probably seen the jalapeno poppers if you're in a Mexican restaurant with the cheese in them. Beautiful. But for all you vegans out there like myself, get a vegan cheese inside your jalapeno, it's even better. With these, they've got much milder, so you can actually utilise those in some salads or actually put them over some dishes and not actually get too hot. They just add some flavour. So I do highly recommend jalapenos. My very last one here, which is a very, very popular chili, it's a cayenne chili. So the cayenne is quite a long chili. I haven't got any on the go at the moment. As I said, it's winter, but as you can see on the picture, they're quite familiar. They're a very long chili and very spectacular actually when they're in their full redness. And they will accompany also any type of dish such as a pasta or a salad as well. They've got a little bit more heat than the jalapenos, but not full of dragon fire. You can actually cook with those quite well. So that's my chilies that get that full sun. Again, I've just got them in small pots. These pots are only probably about 30 centimetres in diameter and width. Again, got the organic soil in there. We've got the mulch. We've got the fertiliser in there. Plenty of sun, heaps of water, and the chili will do the rest. So they also form part of, I like to call them the herb family, because you can dry them out, use them actually nice and fresh, So good luck, enjoy. That's my little presentation today on herbs, short, sharp and sweet. Give it a go, you'll love it. It'll make your dishes explode and you can't go wrong. We'll see you again soon and enjoy the 365 days of My Health Healing.